Hyper full suspension. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're looking at the Hyper 26-inch aluminum full suspension mountain bike. And this bike, a lot of people test this specific bike to see if this bike can hold up to trails. Maybe the sound of it. But a few things you have to look at to even think of this bike actually being safe is the tires on the bike are some very thin tires. If you're gonna look down here, there you go, pretty small tires, and I'm gonna show my hand next to these tires, and these tires aren't too thick. That's my finger. I don't have a big finger. And I like when you look at this bike, it looks like a mountain bike, but you can see sometimes the V-brakes aren't. Sometimes you want to have the V-brakes have to be on the rims correctly. That's something you really need to look out for. That can be dangerous going downhill. And this tube right here is very thin. Tube. I think this is threadless. No, this might be threaded. This might be a threaded tube, and it's aluminum, and it has decent welds. Like, the welds are there. You can definitely notice that they didn't miss a spot. They have good welds on them, and actually it has a pretty good paint job. I mean, it's not shiny, but still, it has a nice, like, conquering mountain bike kind of feel to it. That is really good. And you can see right here, it has always what Walmart big box bikes have. They have their three gears in the front, and then they have their 8 or 7 in the back. And I think it said made in, I wonder where it's made in. Tell me in the comments section down below where it's made. This bike is made. I think it's China, right? Just tell me in the comment section down below. There's a steel model of this bike, and as you can also see, that's Shimano. And there's a steel model of this bike. This is the aluminum model. It's a little bit more expensive, I think. And yeah, it's kind of surprising because they actually have power shifters. And that's Morris right there. He likes the bike. You can scratch his back on it. And so these pedals have a good amount of grip on it, but the grip isn't going to grip into your tires correctly. And also those little reflection thingies, they don't reflect, not really that well. And this bike has good bones. Like, I've taken this thing out on very hard rock garden trails, like red trails. Like, I was relying completely on the bike in some of those areas, and the bike actually turned out to do a pretty good job. And that's really good, how good of a job this bike did. And this also has it's a full suspension, like I said, and the full suspension helps a lot. If this bike was in a full suspension, it might not do so well. And I think it has maybe 8 millimeters of travel in the back and maybe 4 in the front. No, 8 in the front, 8 in the front, and 8 in the back, I think. So I'd rather almost have 12. I mean, almost rather have 16 millimeter travel and just in the front, right? So yeah, this bike is pretty good. The shifting it's pretty easy to shift, and one thing you'll notice on this bike is you can beat down on it a lot. You can beat it. If you're putting this out with a kid, I mean, this bike, it's gonna be like the bike riding alone. I mean, the bike it's gonna have weight on it, but it can definitely hold to it a little bit better. And I mean, the hold up to the beating a little bit better than to adult riding on it on a rock garden or something on a cliff. And here is these wow, the things that, you know, the grips. These are not lock-on grips. These have twist shifters, not lock-on grips. Grips and Morris, what are you doing? um, so yeah, the bike doesn't have too wide of a handlebars, but this bike actually is very capable. Surprisingly, it has a very comfortable seat for me, and has simple cranks, and the shocks are RPR shocks, I think it is. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Subscribe. And I'm also at 14 subscribers, so that is very good.